Good day, friends. Let's continue with the next question of 6.5. In the previous video, we discussed about to draw polygon. There are two methods to draw the frequency polygon. Frequency polygon with the help of histogram and frequency polygon without histogram. With the help of histogram, first we need to draw the histogram. Classes should be continuous. Then the bars will be attached with each other. Then we will get the histogram. Then for every bar, we have to join the midpoints of the tips. And then we need to close the graph also. Close the graph means whatever first class is given, midpoint of the previous class of the first class on x-axis will be closed, and midpoint of the next class of the last class will be also closed on the x-axis. It is known as closing of the graph. So that was with the help of histogram. Without help of histogram, we need to have class marks on the x-axis and frequency on the y-axis. Direct will be taking the class marks as x coordinates and frequency as the y coordinates. So without using histogram, we need to have the coordinates. Let us continue with question number 2, page number 157, practice set 6.5. In the previous video, we have finished with practice set 6.5 first and second question. Now let us continue with question number 3. For that, first we will draw the table. Given information is the following table shows the classification of percentages of marks of students and the number of students. Percentages of students and the number of students. Draw a frequency polygon from the table. As discussed, it is not mentioned to draw polygon with the help of histogram. Whenever it is needing or it is with histogram, it will be mentioned in the question. Here it is not mentioned with histogram, so it is direct polygon. Not necessary to think about histogram. Direct polygon we have to draw without using histogram. For that, class mark will be needing. Okay, so we will do that. First, result in percentage and number of students. So result in percentage will be the first. It is 6.5. Question number 3, first class result in percentage will be the first class, and then as per that first class it is 30 to 40 is the first class. We will be needing the class mark cm. How to find the class mark? Add both the limits and divide by 2. So here 30 to 40, 10 is the width of the class, divided by 2. 30 plus 40 will be 70. 70 upon 2, it gives 35. So for the first class, class mark is 35. Then it will come frequency. I will write it Fi, number of students. That is frequency. For first class, it is 7. Then the last column is coordinates. Coordinates are required because we want to draw without histogram. So x coordinate is nothing but the class mark, and the y coordinate is nothing but the frequency. So this will give us particular point on the graph, and just we have to join the points. We will be getting a frequency polygon as shown here. Now for the next class, first class is 30 to 40, next class is 40 to 50. For 40 to 50, the frequency given us is 33. Frequency is 33, not class mark. So if 40 to 50 is the class, what will be the class mark? 40 plus 50 total is 90. If we divide it by 2, it will be 45. So 45 is the class mark. Coordinates will be 45 is x coordinate, 33 is y coordinate. Next class is 50 to 60. For 50 to 60 class, 45. Sorry, yeah, correct. 50 to 60 class, 45 is the frequency. So what will be the class mark? Addition of both 110. 110 if you divide it by 2, it gives 55. Or easily you can observe and write now. So coordinates will be x coordinate 55, y coordinate 45. Next class is 60 to 70. For 60 to 70 class, 65 is the frequency. I will first write the classes and frequency, then we'll continue. Next class is 70 to 80. For 70 to 80, frequency is given 47. Next is 80 to 90. For that class, frequency is given 18. And one more is there, 90 to 100. Frequency of that class is given as 5. So these are the classes and frequency to us. With the help of this, we want to draw frequency polygon. So class marks are needing 60 to 70, class mark will be 65. 70 to 80, class mark will be 75. 80 to 90, class mark will be 85. 90 to 100, class mark will be 95. With the help of this, coordinates, x coordinate 65, y coordinates also 65. Same. X coordinate 75, y coordinates will be 47. X coordinate 85, y coordinate 18. X coordinate 95, and the y coordinate is only 5. So these are the coordinates which are going to help us to get a point on the graph paper, and after joining that we'll be getting the required polygon, frequency polygon. So for that, first we need to have x-axis, y-axis. Question number should be written, then scale will come, x dash, y dash with the arrowheads. Suppose this is y dash, this is x dash. On the x-axis, class marks are going to come. So we'll write here on x-axis class marks. On the y-axis, frequency, that is number of students. Now you already have marking on graph paper, but as it is plain board, I will just do the marking. You people have already marking on the graph paper, okay, vertical, horizontal, both. Now here the scale will come on x-axis and y-axis both. If on both the axes, if scale is same, so you can just write on both axes 1 centimeter is equal to so and so units, if there is same scale on both the axes, okay. But if we have different, on x-axis different, y-axis different, it will come that different. We need to mention it on x-axis so and so, y-axis so and so. Marks are there for that. Half mark will be there to write the scale. So this is the basic structure. We have 30 to 100. Range of the data is from 30 to 100. First class will start with 30 to 40. Now in between 0 to 30, first class is starting with 30. So 0 to 30 there is no any class. So we can use king sign. Okay. Or if we'll mention it, what will happen? See, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 if it is taken on the x-axis. But we are needing the class marks, not the classes. Direct class marks will come. So we need to think of this. So first class mark is 35. Your first point is needing is 35 and the last is 95. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 are needing. The difference between them is of 10. So every unit we can mention it with the 10. 1 unit is equal to 10. And what is this percentage? So on x-axis, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 percentage. Now with what we will start? We are needing 35. If we start with 0, what will happen? 10, then it will come 20, 30, 40. So 0 to 35 means first 3 to 4 classes are not of use. So can we use with king sign? Or if we are needing, because it is frequency polygon, we need to close the graph also. So as we need to close it, we need one class before this, means 25 is also needing. So we start with 0. No matter, king sign will not put. So if every class is equal to, every unit is equal to 10. So if it will start with 0, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100 as per required. Okay. Now we have 35, 45. So 35 will be here, 45 will be here, 55 will be here. That will be not matter. Now on the y-axis. Y-axis we need frequencies. See the maximum frequency what is with us? 5 is the minimum and 65 is the maximum. 65 is maximum. So if we'll consider, means we will be, if we'll consider 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 students. It will get cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It will get covered till here only. Okay. And if we'll consider 2 centimeters is equal to 10 students. So it will come here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, full paper will be utilized. So we'll consider 1 centimeter is equal to 5 or 2 centimeters is equal to 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We need maximum till 65. Okay, what is done here? 1 centimeter is equal to 5 students, or 2 centimeter is equal to 10 students, meaning it's same. So on y-axis, 1 centimeter is equal to 5 students, or 2 centimeter is equal to 10 students. So origin is here 0, 0 for both the axes. Okay, now first we'll plot the points and then we can complete it into frequency polygon. So for the first, coordinates are 35 and 7. X coordinate 35, y coordinate 7. So 35 is here and 7. Now in this there are how many small lines? 9 small lines, so it is divided into 10 equal parts. Value of this is 5, means per 2 line value will be 1. See, I will show you this separately. Suppose if we are enlarging it, now this is the portion, we are enlarging it. How you enlarge in the microscope? So 0, this is our 0, and suppose this is our 10. Okay, this 10. So this portion is enlarged here. This portion is enlarged. The middle is here. This one. Okay, so this is 5. In between this there are small 9 lines. This is center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Same way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 center. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Same is enlarged here. Now we want to take 7. How 7 is taken? This is 5, means value of this first 2 is 1. First 2 millimeter value shows 1 student. Okay. Then next 2 students. See, 4 will be equivalent to 2. 6 lines means 3 students. 8 lines means 4 students. And then here 5 students. 6 students, 7 students. So 7 students if we want to mention, then after this 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, because 2 millimeter will be equivalent to 1 student. 2 millimeter will be equivalent to 1 student. Then only 20 millimeter will cover 10 students, or 10 millimeter will cover 5 students. So what is the equivalent ratio of one child? One student is equal to 2 millimeters. As per that it is taken. 1 centimeter is equal to 5 students. See, this is very important. 1 centimeter is equal to 5 students. 1 cm means 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter is equal to 5 student. If 10 millimeter is equal to 5 students, 2 millimeter will be equal to 1 student. Now 7, how it can be shown? 7 means after this 5, this is our 5. After this 5, fourth small line. So it may be somewhere here. This is the center. It may be somewhere here. So this will be the point on y-axis 7, x-axis 35. Dot and circle. The method to plot the point is dot it, circle it, because dot is so small, your pencil is sharp. Dot sometimes it may not be visible for the paper checker if they have specs or other things. So dot and circle, this is the method to represent a point, to plot a point. So first point is plotted with 35 and 7. X coordinate 35, y coordinate 7. Let us continue with the second point. X coordinate is 45, y coordinate is 33. 45 will be here in between 40 to 50, and 33 means on y axis where the 33 will come. This is 30. 33 students, as we seen just now. One child means 2 millimeter lines. So for 3 children, 6 lines. 3 children, 6 lines should be covered after 30. This is 30. This is 30. This will be 35. 35 means here total 10 lines are there. 6 lines should be covered. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere here it will come. So it is here and then it is here. So vertical, and that 33 may it will come here for the second point. This is covered, this is covered. Next, 55 and 45. On x-axis 55. So here it is 55. Okay, in this way. So I will show it by dotted line here. Okay, suppose this is 55, and on y it is 45. 45 means where it will come, this is 40, this is 50, this is 45, where both you have the vertical and horizontal lines, so easily you can get it as it is plane. That is why for the graph, see here the point will come 55, 45. Same way the others also. Okay, third point is covered. Next is 65 and 65, on both 65. Here 65, so it will be here, and here also 65, 65 and 65, the point will be here. We need to mention also that point, what is x coordinate, what is y coordinate on the graph. Next 75 and 47. 75 is here like this, 47 means after 40 it is 45, after 45 two students mean 4 lines, so it will come here. So 75 and 47, it can be here 75, 47, this is got covered. Next is 85 and 18. 85 on x-axis, 18, 4 lines less to 20, so it can be here 85 and 18. And the last is 95 and 5. 95 will be here, and the 5 means this one, 95 and 5. So these are the points which are required to complete frequency polygon without using histogram. So we can mention the coordinates there, that is the correct method. For first 35 and 7, so this is first one, it carries 35 and 7, in this way it can be mentioned. Second is 45, 33, so it can be mentioned 45, 33 with that. Third is with 55, 45, 55, 45, and this all should be done with the help of pencil only. Pen should not be used at all. Only you can use first to write the scale, but it is okay everywhere on the graph paper use scale and pencil. To write the question number you can use pen. Rest all the things with the pencil. Don't use pen, don't color it. It is not allowed. So third we cover. Next is 65, 65. So here this is 65, 65. Next 75, 47. 75, 47. Next is 85, 18. This one 85, 18. And the last is here 95 and 5. So this is 95 and 5. As we discussed, we need to close the graph also. Okay, so next class of the last class is 90 to 100. The class mark is 95, difference we have everywhere 10. So after 95 the next should be 105. 105 should be needed. This is 90, 100, next will be 110. That is important to close it. This is 110, so 105 will come here. To close the frequency polygon, it is very necessary, otherwise the answer will be incomplete, graph will be incomplete. To close the frequency polygon, we need the point on x-axis on both the ends, this end also, that end also. So last we have 95 to 5. After that, imaginary, the next class will be 100 to 110. So class mark of that will be 105. So 105 will come here. This will be closing on other end. Closing on this end, starting is with 35. 35 is the class mark of the first class. Before that, what can be there? The class will be 20 to 30. So class mark can be 25. How it was here 105. Same way we'll be needing 25. So if this is 20, here we have 25 with frequency 0. No frequency means 0 frequency. So class mark will be there 25, 0. And for this last also the class mark is 105. The frequency is 0. 105, 0. Here 25, 0. It will help us to close the graph on both the ends. That is necessary to draw the frequency polygon. Now we have to join them with the help of scale and pencil. First and second point with the help of scale and pencil, not with free hand. Next two, then next two, then next two. These are the two. then next successive 2 points, these are next successive 2, and this is, see, we closed it. It should touch with the x-axis where we are closing, so it is closed at both the ends, starting end also, and that is at the ending end. Okay, so in this way frequency polygon can be drawn with the method it is known as without using histogram. If it would have with the help of histogram, first we need to have histogram, then we need to join the points, midpoints of the tips of the histogram. We need to consider the class before first class, class after the last class to close the graph. So frequency polygon without using histogram, 6.5, question number 2. Sorry, question number 3. Let us continue with remaining part of this lesson. Now we are studying the pictorial representation of the statistical information, statistical data. Histogram, then frequency polygon. This is frequency polygon with the help of histogram, frequency polygon without histogram. Okay, another type is pie diagram. Now what is a pie diagram? P-I-E, pie. Pie in Marathi is different and pie in mathematics is different. That pie is leg in Marathi. So here P-I-E, pie. Pie diagram means somewhere like this. When we started this statistics, that day I discussed with you that when the cricket matches are going on, in between 2 overs, very short time will be there for the commentator and the video shooting person or the who is recording that match. But in between that small time, very few seconds, they will show you the run score by the batsmen in very particular way in very short time, and we can easily understand also. So that method is this. It will be shown in this way. Here the speech will be there. Then in this way it may be shown. 18% runs are score in this side, 20% runs are score this side, 30% runs are score this side, 40% runs are score this side, and total overall it will come out of 100. So this calculation is not anyhow. By using the calculator, computer techniques, the calculations will be done in microseconds, because there will be the software in the computer. So that software will be easily convert the given information. Run score in this area, suppose 36. Run score in this area, suppose 30. Run score in this area, suppose 40. So that will convert out of 100. So it will written as percentage. Also, the angular measurement of a circle is 360 degree. See, as we know, if this is the circle, it will divide into 4 equal parts. This is 90 degree, next 90 degree, next 90 degree, and the last 90 degree. If we start with here anti-clockwise, 90 degree plus 90 degree, this is semicircle, that is 180 degree. Let us continue with 180 plus third half, 270 degree, and then it will get complete at 360 degree. So angular measurement of a full circle is 360 degree. Out of percentage, when we are calculating, we are converting out of 100. When angular measurement it comes, we need to convert it out of 360, because it is 360 degree as the angular measurement of a circle. But for percentage, it is out of 100. So this is the relation, the balance should be done and we can convert. So the easy way to convert it is comparison. How we convert marks into percentage? Same way, instead of converting out of 100, we can convert it out of 360 very easily. For example, one example we'll see. Suppose somebody score 60% marks. 60% means out of 100. If someone scores 60% marks, 60% means out of 100. And if we want to convert it into degree, angular measurement, how it can be? Suppose we want to show in this circular region 60%. How it can be considered? Because this is not out of 100, this is out of 360. This is 360 degree. So how 60% can be shown? We need to convert this 60% which was out of 100 into out of 360. How it can be converted? Out of 100 if 60, then out of 360 how much? Comparison. This is the mathematics which we don't know, consider it as x. Out of 100 if 60, that is 60%. Then out of 360, how much? So this 360 goes other side. 60 upon 100 into 360, it remains here x. So this calculation will gives us the value of x, and the value of x is nothing but the actual angular measurement of 60% on the paper when we want to show it on the paper in the form of pie diagram. So simplify it. 1 0 get cancelled, second 0 get cancelled. 6 into 36, 6 6 are 36, 6 carry 3, 6 3 are 18, 18 plus 3 21, means x is equal to 216. Out of 100, if 60, then out of 360 the value comes 216. 360 is the angular measurement, unit is degree, so this will also have unit as degree. So 216 degrees should be shown. 216 degrees should be shown, then it can be equivalent to 60%. Now how to show that 216 degrees? This is very important, how to show this, because the question is going to come to convert the given information into pie diagram. So how we can show it? So first draw a circle with any proper center on your page with any radius. So there is no any rule compulsion, only the circle should be suitable to your book, suitable to page which you have, or it can be drawn on the graph paper, or it can be drawn on the answer paper also. It is not compulsory to draw the pie diagram on the graph paper. It is okay, or it is acceptable to draw it on the answer paper only. So during exam time, if this question comes, not necessary to ask for the graph, it can be drawn on the plain regular paper which you have, answer paper. So one dot, circle with any radius. It should be properly on your page. It should not go out of the page, or it should not, half part is missing. It should be properly fitting on the page. Like that's the radius we have to choose. Then it is drawn. Okay, suppose this is my answer paper. I consider this question number has to be written there. No? Now only this one we are going to show, 60%. Only 60% we have to show, that is 216 degree. So this is 0. You can consider this line as the starting line. Anywhere you can consider, either here, 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 not necessary. Anywhere you can consider it. If I am considering here, somebody else consider here, no matter. As per that, his diagram will come and it will be considered okay, because mathematically it is correct. Mass will be given to both of them. Person depends. I want here, somebody wants here, some wants here, some wants here. It is up to you. There is no restriction in mathematics. Okay, so I consider this as the starting. This is 0. This is 0 degree. Now 216, we don't have the if we have that type of D, that type of protector which can show full 0 to 360 degree, it is well and good. If you don't have, normally we have the D of this type. Okay, where you can start with 0 and it will end with 180, or from this side also it will start with 0 and it will end at 180. From both the sides you can calculate. So which to consider? Keep the D here. Okay, match the baseline. This will be the origin, so it will be matching with the center of the D. This is your D. Match this line, baseline. There is one baseline on D. Match. Now other end is, see, 0 is here. We are trying from this side, so we need to start with this 0. Don't start with this side 0. If we are calculating from this side, then this 0 will be considered. If we are calculating from here, this 0 will be considered. So 0, 90, 180. Or if we complete it a diameter, it will complete 0 to 180. So 0 to 180 is already completed. How many are remaining? 216 minus 180. 216 minus 180. How much remains? 6 as it is. 11 minus 8. 11 minus 8, 3. 36 degree more we need to continue. Then 60 degree will get complete. Sorry, 216 degree will get complete. So 36 degree more from here, because our starting point is this. So this portion 180 is covered. Now more 36 degree has to be there. So use the D in this way. Okay, D is here. Center is this. Baseline has to be matched with this. Now till here we came 180. After this, now we need more 36. So from this 0 has to be started. 0, then 10, 20, 30, 40, till here 90 will come, and then 180. We want how much additional? 36. So 10, 20, 30. After 30, 6 small line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will come before 40, 36. This point is showing 36. So 180 plus 36, it can cover 216. Then remove D from there. Don't miss the point. Point we have to mark with the help of pencil. So our starting point was from here. 180 was covered here, and this is the point. 180 plus 36, it is going to complete 260. So this point and origin, we need to draw line or radius, show the radius. So this to this is how much degree? 180 plus 36. 180 plus 36, that is nothing but 216 degree. So out of 360 degree, 216 degree, these are the marks scored by that particular child, which is 60% when we consider it is out of 100, and that is equal to 216 degree when it is considered out of 360. In this way, the pie diagram, we can show the particular marking on the circle. We will continue it in the next coming video. We will stop it here for today. Have a nice day. Thank you.